Now, I don't have any kids, but when I do, best believe I'm going to put their behinds in homeschooling, because looking through the media nowadays and experiencing what I experienced in the public school system, homeschooling seems like a more viable and viable option by the day. Look what we have here. Yet another instance of how the public schools of America are failing our children. These public schools, they're just not it. They're not it. They're not producing people of quality. I don't know what they're good for, because they're not even good for protecting the students. Shit, listen, yo, I swear homeschooling is going to be the new way, because these schools, these public schools, they're not doing anything for these kids. They're failing these kids with the constant indoctrination and the programming of the young minds and the overwhelming instances of bullying and them not doing what they're supposed to do to protect the kids who are being bullied. And you got instances of, teachers watching porn in front of the students and then getting mad at the student like they did something wrong, and just producing just agents of white supremacy and the lies that they teaching these kids. And then that's a lot of damage that has to be undone after that. If anybody is going to program my child, it's going to be me. I don't need y'all programming my kid with a bunch of lies and a bunch of foolishness and having them be an agent. I can't. And then having them be vulnerable to violence. Nope. If I want my kid to be protected, and if I want my kid to fully be able to express themselves and know who they are and be comfortable in who they are and with who they are, I have to homeschool them. I have to. And you should do. Now, let me tell you why these schools are having disastrous effects on our children. Between the ages of 0 and 7 are when children are in a state of alpha and theta. When they're in a state of theta, it's when they are the most programmable. It's like they're always in a meditation mode, like a hypnosis mode, where you're easily to program your subconscious mind. They're always in a state of imagination, and they are sponges during that age. So anything that you throw at your kids between the ages of 0 and 7 will affect them for the rest of their lives. So you need to be careful of the type of information that your children is receiving between those ages of 0 and 7. Because if they're not being fed the right information during those ages, it can have disastrous effects. And if you especially are not in control of what you're feeding your child during those ages, and you let these other people who have no good intentions program your kids, well, good luck trying to undo that. So the most critical ages for a child's development is between the ages of 0 and 7, the programming stage, and 13 to 19, which is the stage where they discover who they are. So anything that can harm their self-image between the ages of 13 and 19 can have disastrous effects on that child. Now, hold on, before you click off this video because you think that I'm ranting, I'm not. It actually makes sense, and I'm going to bring it together full circle with this topic. Okay, so jumping right into the video, I am going to be talking about the California mother who decided to take it into her own hands to confront her daughter's bullies after the school failed to do so. Now, the mother of an Orange County middle school in California noticed that her child was coming home and was crying and was visibly upset because she said that she had been bullied by boys at her school. The mother, as all parents are, was concerned, so she decided to bring it up to the school's attention to let them know that this child has been bullied by several boys in her class. I believe they suspended one boy, but after they suspended that one boy, the bullying from other boys continued. So after that one boy was suspended, multiple other boys continued to pick on this little girl. And then when the mother was dropping the little girl off to school one day, the little girl started crying and she didn't want to come out the car because she said that the bullying had gotten worse. At this point, the mother went into straight up mama bear mode and went into the school and gave the kids a piece of her mind. She literally handed out one ticket for a free ass whooping to all the kids and threaten the kids that if anybody was to mess with her daughter again, you tell the parents and the parents can catch her outside. So guess what happened after that? You would think that the bullying would have stopped. You would have thought that the bullies would have gotten suspended. But no. This is California where everything is upside down. So you know what happened? I guess the school didn't really like that too well, that the mother came up there and threatened the students. So in order to what they feel was to rectify and to remedy this situation, the school ended up banning the mother from coming up to the school again. And the school ended up suspending this little girl for 3 days. I don't think you caught on to what I said. The mother got banned from the school, and the little girl who was the victim of being bullied got suspended for 3 days, and she couldn't go on the internet, and she couldn't respond to the hate mail that she was continuing to receive on the internet. So I'm gonna let y'all see firsthand the clip of what's really going on so you can fully understand the severity of this situation.
That's messing with my daughter. She's a girl, y'all are boys, okay? If y'all bully my daughter, if you look at her the wrong way, if you breathe the wrong way, send your mom to me. Sisters, aunts, anybody over 18, I'll fuck them all up. Do you understand me? Leave my daughter alone, and I'm not going to say it again. If I have to go to every class, I'll do that. And I'm letting you know right now, any mom, any sister can catch these hands, okay? That's
Period.
how pissed I am. Y'all gonna leave her alone. I mean, no messages online, don't post nothing about her. None of that. None of that. Y'all don't know me. Y'all think y'all bullies? I'm the big bully, okay? Let that be known and understand that. Leave my daughter alone, and I mean it. And if I have to come up here again, it's gonna be problems. She's a girl, she can't handle it. If y'all are boys. If y'all was girls, I tell her to meet you after school and handle it outside like a real one. But since you guys are boys and she can't do anything, tell your moms, tell your sisters, tell your aunties, cousins, whoever. As long as they're over 18, we can handle it any day. You understand that? You don't pick them up. Ass whippings for free. For free. You ain't even gotta pay for it. For free. Do y'all understand me? Leave this girl alone. She's taken care of. You won't play that, okay? And I'm not gonna call out no names, but you're gonna leave her alone, and I mean it.
I can't even. The little girl complains of being bullied, and she's the victim of incessant bullying, especially by boys. Not little girls, but by boys. And then you end up suspending her and banning the mother from the school for doing what the mother is supposed to do. See, this is a prime example of you have to be able to take care of yourself and your own, because nobody is going to take care of you and your own like you. You cannot trust these schools to look out for your big them. You cannot trust these schools to protect your children because they fail your children in the end. And this is not the first incident that this has happened, and this is for damn sure not going to be the last. I can tell you that. Look at the other instances of these kids that have been bullied and the school have done nothing, and these kids ended up committing suicide. Like, this is a real problem, and there is nothing that is being done to combat this type of behavior. And I don't want to hear the whole side story like, oh, we have a zero tolerance policy for bullying. Any cases of bullying, we will correct it. Obviously, you're not. Obviously, you're going to sit here and victim blame, because that's what you're doing. You're victim blaming. And then when these kids get hurt or when these kids kill themselves because they can't take it anymore, then y'all want to come with the boo-hoo,
oh, we did everything that we could,
or
I wish there was more that could have been done.
No, why do you have to wait until these things escalate to the point where these kids kill themselves? Why do you have to wait to step in? No, this is where you fail these kids, and this is where these systems and these institutions fail people. These institutions are supposed to be put in place to protect people, and then when people come to you in need of protection, you fail to protect them. So when they either have to fend for themselves or they're too overcome and overwhelmed by the stress of it all that they decide to kill themselves? I don't want to hear your apologies. Your apologies are moot. Apologies mean nothing. Behavior and actions mean something. This little girl said to her mom, if I wasn't as strong as I was, I probably would have been killed myself. Now, it is sad that these kids have to go through this. And it is sad that these kids feel alone because they can't trust these schools to protect them. Because this exactly is the message that these damn school systems are sending to your kids. You can come to us for help, but we're not going to help you. And it's not like back in the day where social media wasn't as prevalent. So, you can just at least come away from the bullies when you go home. No, the bullies are everywhere. The bullies start in the school, and then they continue on in the home, on social media, 24/7 nonstop. So that is why people don't see an escape, and that is why you have instances of more and more kids committing suicide. And being that she's in the 8th grade and she's approximately 13 to 14 years old, this type of stuff can have a negative impact on her self-image. And now that she is seeing that the school hasn't done anything, what type of an impact do you think that this is going to have on her self-image? Hopefully the mother does some serious reprogramming and do some serious reworking into this child's subconscious mind to make her feel more powerful and make her feel more self-conscious and make her feel more, aware and proud of herself. I 100% stand behind the mother. The mother did what she was supposed to do, which is protect her daughter. But can we just take a time out just to admire, how young she is looking, though? Upon first glance, I thought that she was the daughter. She looks so damn young, And she is the epitome of black don't crack. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that out there. But yeah, she did what she felt that she had to do because the school failed to protect her child. How can you fault her for that? I'm sorry, but you can't really sit here and say that she should have taken a different approach. But if all of the viable options that you have tried have not worked, you tried to go about it the right way and nothing has worked. You have to go through other means in order to get the desired results. This is why people carry out vigilante justice. This is why people take matters into their own hands. If you want to know why vigilante justice occurs, this is why. If you want to know why people take dangerous situations into their own hands, this is a prime example why. The mother was like, listen, basically, I can't hit y'all, but your mamas, your daddies, your aunties, your sisters, anybody that is over the age of 18 can get it. If they feel a certain type of way, they can get it. And I feel you. I feel her, and I feel the same way. I ain't gonna hit no kid, but best believe, if any one of you little raggedy ass kids messes with my child, best believe the mother, the father, the sister, the elder brother, the auntie, the uncle, the grandmother will all pay for your child. You either correct your child, and if you don't correct your child, I'll correct you. Every single time that my child comes home complaining that she's being bullied or he's being bullied, I'm gonna correct you, and I'm gonna let your child see it to let them know that their actions have consequences, because these children don't understand that their actions have consequences and they need to learn that. And there's something that these children who are being bullies feel inadequate about themselves about that obviously you're not addressing. So I'm going to bring it to your attention. And hopefully you do what you need to do to get your child right. Because if you don't, I'll get you all the way right until you decide to get your child right. And it is sad that we have had to come to this. But what else can you do when these systems and these avenues have failed? What else can you do? If nothing that is deemed to be the appropriate course of action has worked, you gotta go through different means. Hey, it is what it is. It's not my fault. You gotta cause the problem. Maybe if you do a better job at fixing it and correcting the issue instead of bullshitting and making blanket statements, then maybe, just maybe, our kids would feel a lot safer. But until then, I guess we shall be serving up a whole bunch of tooth pieces to people to get fed until they get the message. Now, my advice to the mother, I would have personally pulled my daughter from the school and put her into a homeschooling program. I don't know if she wants to put her child in high school or if she's going to take her child out of public school completely and put her into homeschooling. I think she should. And then just let her take, extracurricular activities elsewhere. But this has got to stop. This has got to stop. And we have to stop depending on these institutions to protect our children when they clearly are doing more harm than good. Tragic, tragic, tragic. Well, anyway, those are my thoughts. I want to hear what you guys are feeling in the comment section below. Leave a comment and I will chat back. So until the next time I see you people, have a good one. It's your girl True Mystique. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'm out. Peace.